Growing up in Wangaratta, my parents taught me a lot of things that still guide me today. One thing they taught me was the importance of hard work.
You've got to walk around with a permit, with your papers to prove you're an authorised worker.
I'm giving you a lawful direction to go home and leave the city, otherwise we'll be forced to arrest you.
Is that an order, is it, or what?
Yes, it's a lawful direction.
I can see my dad now working 7 days a week loading and driving trucks so that my sister and I can have an education that wasn't an option for him.
Stay at home, learn from home if you can.
I remember my mum, the rock in our family, supporting my dad and juggling both the care of my sister and I and working as a teller at the Commonwealth Bank in town.
You got pepper sprayed?
I did. I was trying to get through the...
And what's happened there?
And I fell over and grazed my knees, but I'm a tough woman.
They've done all that for health.
Yeah.
That's for health.
Isn't it? Absolutely.
Yes, for our health.
Yeah.
That's the priority here, isn't it? Our bloody health.
They also taught me the importance of always looking out for others, to be involved, to make a contribution.
There will be no removal of masks to consume alcohol outdoors. So you will no longer be able to remove your mask to drink a cocktail at a pop-up beer garden on a footpath as part of a pub crawl.
They also taught me that no one should ever feel that they're on their own.
If you do arrive back or travel here, you will face 14 days of mandatory hotel quarantine.
Because we all pay a price whenever someone is abandoned. The other important thing they taught me was to always stand up for the things you believe in.
Whether you call it mateship, whether you call it being Australian, being Victorian, whether you call it decent behaviour, civic duty, I don't care what you call it, just do it. You need to keep your distance, you need to observe the rules, and that is not an option. That's why today I'm joined by the Chief Commissioner, and I can also announce that Victoria Police have allocated 500 police members to a special task force.
And these are the lessons that Kath and I are teaching our 3 kids. We want Noah, Grace and Joseph to reach their full potential, to have everything we've had and more.
Rather than one school being closed, all our schools will be closed. Rather than people simply distancing themselves and quarantining themselves, we may have entire sectors, entire workforces where people are working from home.
I think that's what every Victorian wants for their children. The choices governments make are central to this. When governments, like the current one, are all about cuts, all about cutting the things that matter most, people suffer.
We will receive some minor freedoms on the 23rd of this month. That is the predicted date for when 70% of Victorians would have received at least their first jab. Now, some of those minor freedoms include extending the 5-kilometre rule to 10 kilometres. By September 23, Melbourne would have spent 235 days in hard lockdown. That is a world record. A minor win for parents tonight. As of midnight, playgrounds will reopen, but only for children under the age of 12. Only one parent or guardian can be present and no food or drink.
And closing off options for a generation of young Victorians. I'm going to put this right, because jobs start with skills. And speaking of jobs,
small business has been totally decimated.
These programs work.
Do you rather go to school or homeschool?
I'd rather go to school and homeschool.
Yeah? Why is that?
Because it's much better and you could actually hang out with your friends and it's more funner.
I'll end the war on our paramedics and I'll work with them to improve the services that matter most. I believe in this great state there are some things we can't settle for. Family violence is a national emergency. The biggest law and order issue in our state is unfolding inside our homes.
The disability pensioner inside the house is mentally ill and very distressed. He's been withdrawing from the pain medication prescribed after back surgery. John's medical carers have called police, worried at his deteriorating state. One strikes John's calf with a baton. He is punched, and his face is again sprayed with capsicum at close range.
You like that? Oh, you like that? It smells good, doesn't it? Oh, it's a fucking hand behind your fucking back. Oh, my back!
He had committed no crime
They were here for a welfare check.
No one!
An officer appears to direct his colleague to spray John a third time, so he can capture it on his mobile phone camera.
These are the things my parents taught me, the things I still carry with me today. And my parents remain an inspiration to me. Supporting people, empowering people, looking after one another and putting people first.
You've either got a reason to be out or you don't, and the curfew just makes that much easier to enforce. It doesn't change the reasons for which you can leave your home though. I think I've gone to this point at some length. The curfew does not change the reasons for which you can leave your home, and to the best of my analysis, the two things you might be unable to do is to go and exercise in the middle of the night or to go shopping in the middle of the night. And I apologise for any inconvenience that causes, but the benefit far outweighs that.
There's no health risk though if someone wanted to exercise in the middle of the night, right?
Well, that is not allowed. So that question doesn't really need answering.
They're not slogans or simply words. They're real. They're all too real.
The rubber bullets against their own citizens.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
You have to open your eyes though. Hold them open.
On my face, right on my face. I wasn't even running. I was just standing.
They really want to quash this protest today. And they're firing rubber bullets on the crowd. That's rubber bullets.
It's fucking rubber bullets in a beanball fucking bag from about a metre away.
Get off of me! Get off! Let go of his vest. What the fuck?
Have a mask, are you serious? Are you serious? Just for not having a mask? For no mask, are you fucking serious?
That's why I'm determined that an Andrews Labor government will be all about putting people first.